You know, there is just one word that I could use to describe this chapter, and that is disappointment. Why? Why, Kubo? Why? You had an amazing setup. You had Aizen finally off his chair, and Yuha, both monsters fighting against each other. You had that amazing setup. I know, dude, that you are pressed with time. I know that. I know for the fact that you only have like two more chapters to end this series. But you know, the problem with this chapter is not just one. Okay, there are a lot of problems in this chapter. Okay, problems because okay, look. First of all, let me tell you this: that many of you guys might just like this chapter, and you know what? I don't really give a fuck. If you like this chapter, good for you. But I personally, I had some expectations from this one, and it did not. It absolutely did not deliver on that. So, what we see here is basically. I mean, I'm agitated right now. I'm seriously am. So, what we see is Aizen destroying the entire Serete in the process of killing Ichigo and Renji. He does manage to destroy Renji's Bankai and he basically chops his arm off. Okay? This chapter, by the way, does starts at a very high note. It does. It starts with all these explosions. The Sierete gets destroyed. The Hogyo, the Sokyoku Hill gets destroyed, and then we have Renji turning going Bankai, but then Yuha chops his arm off with that extra big arm he has. That, and then we have Aizen, who comes in between Renji and Yuha, kind of shields him, and also manages to cut Yuha as well. I'm not sure if he does cuts him, but he does swings his sword. And by the way, where the hell did his sword come from? Like, did he pull that thing from his ass? Like what? Anyway, so he gets his sword back. He attacks Yuha, and then we see this amazing Kido attack. He uses Kido number 99. I can't remember the name, but by the way, I'm sorry about that. But oh fuck, this huge dragon, like this amazingly huge dragon, comes out there, and then we have is Yuha saying that, hey, by the way, your sword is broken. And okay, fine, Aizen is still in his Shikai, and you, and then he like grabs him and does some damage to him. I'm not sure what was that, but you see a splash of blood coming off Aizen, and then he drops him down, and then Ichigo attacks, and he chops Ichigo's arm off, breaks his Bankai, and then kind of stabs him in the chest. But it turns out that the whole time Yuha was in Kyokusugetsu's illusion, and Ichigo from behind comes up, stabs Yuha, and then does his Getsuga Tensho, chopping his head off. And you must be thinking, oh man, this chapter sounds good, but no, it doesn't. Because here's the thing, when I read the last chapter, okay, when I read the previous chapter, I was hyped. I was super hyped for seeing Aizen versus Yuha, and only Aizen versus Yuha. I wanted Aizen to be the main you could say, player in this in this chapter at least, and to be honest with you, he was kind of the main player over here. He was the one who did that illusion. He was the one who did put Yuha in hypnosis, and he basically gave Ichigo that opening. But then that's the problem. You have a character who is so strong that even when his powers are sealed, even when most of his powers are sealed, okay, most of his powers are sealed, he can still fuck with a guy who has eaten God and who can manipulate the future. Aizen is that powerful that even when he is sealed, most of his powers are sealed, he still could mess around with Yuha. And you're saying that this fight wouldn't have been possible? Like, okay. And then, of course, the fact that Aizen's character is not of someone who, comes forth in someone's defense. He's not that kind of a guy. He would use Ichigo and Renji as a human shield. He definitely would. But coming between them, like coming between the whole thing, what? Why? How? That is not his character. His character is extremely egotistical. He has a sense of pride in him, and that's the reason why he considers every single one of other person as to be inferior to him. Even Yuha is inferior to him according to his own ego, his own ideology. So it's no way that he could take these guys' help. And it is far from it to actually come in between their slaughter and help these guys. Also, you have Aizen, Sosuke fucking Aizen, being dropped down to a level of him being just a decoy. Sosuke Aizen turning into a decoy so that he could give an opening to Ichigo? No. No. If Kubo, you wanted Ichigo to be the guy to actually give the final blow, you could have done that. You could have done that even without degrading Aizen's character. You could have had an awesome fight where Aizen gradually is ripping those seals out and increasing power as he is fighting, like knocking Master Jiro was doing. And then finally, when all of his bondages, all of his seals are removed, he could fight on his full strength. And then Yuha is having some problems, but Yuha pulls out some other OP bullshit, and then Aizen goes Bankai, and he's like, yeah bitch, what the fuck are you going to do? And then, takes pretty much gets Yuha at a point of almost defeat. And then you have Ichigo come up there and like stabbing Yuha, and Uryu come up there and doing his shit. That would have been possible. I mean, anyways, he did most of the work. I mean, Aizen did most of the work in this chapter anyways, right? Then why the fuck won't you give him that spotlight? Why? I mean, I actually did had some expectation. Like, I actually thought that, maybe Aizen is the key. Maybe Aizen's Bankai would be like he could literally suspend himself from reality. Like, he is not part of reality itself. And then, Yuha's vision won't work on him. Yuha's future manipulation won't work on him. But he could fuck with Yuha. He could do anything with Yuha. And that's how, he takes Ichigo and, Uryu or anyone else who's over there. He gets him in their zone, and then they fight Yuha. Even that would have been possible. Suspension of reality or some shit like that. But no, fuck no. And you know what? I actually don't even blame Kubo for this. I mean, I am disappointed with him, but not necessarily that I blame him that this is the result, because stories have been written this way, where the main character has to win. He has to take down the bad guy, take the girl, or some shit like that. So I'm not completely blaming this whole shit on him, but Kubo, I mean, you could have at least given us something much better than that. I mean, I know that maybe if he had much more time, he would have given this, but seriously, dude. I mean, look, I give the example of knocking Master Zero a lot because that has happened recently, so a lot of people do remember the whole incident. Also, the fact is that it was just one chapter where he was fighting at his full strength, and in that one chapter he was able to demonstrate his abilities and how strong he is. We could have got that from Aizen. We could have actually got that from him. But seriously, man, I'm really disappointed. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would like this chapter, seeing how there is this awesome Kido attack of the dragon, and then the whole decoy thing might even be liked by a lot of people. But for me, no, no, it does not. It does not appeal to me. I'm very serious about this. See, guys, come on. I mean, okay, you know what? Let's just hope that the person who you has stabbed right now. I mean, I know for a fact that Yuha is not dead. Okay, let's just keep that in mind. Yuha is not dead. He's going to come back in the next chapter. I'm assuming that there are only 2 chapters left. Yeah, I guess there are only 2 chapters left. So I say by the next chapter, I guess Yuha would be truly defeated. But I say he's going to come back. And yeah, okay, look, I know Kubo is kind of a troll, so it may be possible that the person who Yuha just like stabbed, who is Aizen, by the way, but it might also not be Aizen. He just could have made a body double. Remember, he can manipulate your senses, right? So he could have used anything. Like they are in the Soul Society, so there are a lot of dead bodies. There are a lot of people who are half dead. So there could be a chance that isn't Aizen over there. Okay, and Aizen would come from behind like, hey dude, I just fucked you up or some shit like that. But I could only hope that would happen. I mean, seriously, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm trying to see this in a rather optimistic way, in which the next chapter would be satisfying. The next chapter would be better. Hoover would do something, would give Aizen's dignity back, something, dude. Listen, please. Anyways, what do you guys think about this chapter? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. And yeah, by the way, now my college has started, so I may upload these reviews rather late. So I'm apologizing in advance. So if the reviews are late, so then I'm truly sorry about that. I really apologize. Anyways, till next time.